Well, I thought I'd just give you a really short roundup this week. As you can see, I'm back in my greenhouse. Well, not my greenhouse, the greenhouse that I was in last year. So I can use it again until everything gets sorted out with the house. So I've just got a few bits and pieces in here. There, my banana shallots, doing well. Just about got 100% germination, and I've got some with 2 coming up there. So I can always prick some of the spare ones out and fill the odd gaps up, but they're growing okay in here. A few reject onion plants. There my leeks, looking like they're in the Nevada desert, but it's just the top of the compost that's got all cracked. And the dead early potatoes, just growing them under fleece for protection. I'll just leave the fleece on during the day and they just grow through. If I take it off, I'll show you how they've progressed, and they're doing really well now, as you can see. Look at that. What a difference a bit of warmth and natural light makes. I've got about 7 pots in. There's Nicola and Charlotte, but they're doing really well so far. And there's no frost forecast for the next 2 weeks, and they're in the greenhouse under fleece, so they should be fine now. So hopefully we should get a crop in May time, hopefully, late May. Get a really early crop, because I did plant these in February, the earliest I've ever planted them. But so far so good. Getting some really early spuds. So I'll just show you how my giant onions are doing at home. They're still under the lights, and then we'll nip up to the plot and just show you what sort of state things are in up there. Well, hi folks, here are the giant onions, and as you can see, they're absolutely enormous now. So they're going to be planted out next weekend, or maybe I can hold on another few days, but if I just put my hand in, I'll show you the size of them. The leaves have flopped over and they're growing down. They've been 3 foot tall now. So they're absolutely best I've ever grown so far at this stage, biggest I've ever grown. So hopefully we can get them in and get them in the pots and in the ground and get some decent ones growing this year. So like I said here, the giant onions, we've got a few bits and pieces under this all right. They're the giant carrots coming along in the tubes. We've got a few little chilies in amongst them, just early ones. So we'll get up to the plot, have a little look round, show you what I'm going to be planting these in. But these are the giant onions so far. Well, hi folks, here we are up at the plot. As you can see, starting to get all the soil tilled up now. That's where the kale was, so that's the last bit I've dug over, just roughly. I'll be planting my leeks in there, so there's plenty of time for that to get sorted out. That's where the heat treated onions went in the other day. And as you can see, some little buggers pulled one out. I don't usually get that up here. Just plonk that back in. Another one there. Planted me shallots out, a few that I grew early, so they should get a bit of a head start. And then this is the giant marrow bed. I've just been tilling that over with the 3-prong cultivator. This is a bit I dug up really late, and then the other half is the bit I dug over really early on last year, and then with all the rain we got, it just flattened it all down to mud. So it's absolutely hard pan now. So it's taking some doing getting it knocked up, but it just seems pointless digging your garden over these days early on, because if we get as much rain as we did this winter, it just makes it worse than leaving it undug really. So I'll just show you the polytunnel and the other little bed, and then we'll have a look. So that's how far I am behind a lot of people. That's my rhubarb, and it's just starting to bud now. I've seen some people's videos and they've got rhubarb with big leaves on already, but way behind up here. It's still cold, the soil's really cold, so it's not moving so quickly. And then my main bed all tilled up now, all ready to go when it warms up, to be planting stuff out sort of mid-April time. That's where I planted the garlic, and we're just starting to get the first few poking through, which I planted a couple of weeks ago, so that's a good sign. But other than that, it's all ready to go now. I just need to sow some lettuces and cabbages. I'll probably do them in about a week's time, and then stuff will be getting planted out maybe the middle of April, end of April. And the potatoes, which will be going in here in pots, I'll plant those probably the 1st or maybe 2nd week in April, because it's still cold and there's no rush with them. You plant them when it's really cold, they just sit there and don't move, and you're more likely to get them going rotten before they sprout. So I'll have a quick look in the polytunnel. I'll show you what's been going on in there. So I spent all morning this morning getting all my polytunnel sorted out. That's all the pots for the giant onions, all the different mixes made up now, ready to go. The little plastic things on there, I'm going to plant them and put those round them, and the white actually reflects the light back up onto the plant, so you get a better growth, and also keeps the moisture in. So it's what everyone seems to do, and I've never bothered doing it, so I'm going to try it this year. Like I say, all my beds all ready now, just damping them down, leaving the doors shut to get it nicely warmed up for when things go in. That's where my onions are going to go in the beds. I've dug all that over, just keeping the sheet on to warm it up. Just finished all my carrot boxes off this morning, just dug all the sand out, removed all the compost I could, and then I'm giving them a bit of watering just to flatten them down. So we've done all that. It's a thankless task. That's one I've been digging out, but once they get in, they sort of take care of themselves. Same thing with the long carrots. I've dug all those out and refilled them nice and clean again. So really that's about it in the polytunnel and things. Just about ready for it to start going. Just need to sow a few bits and pieces, some lettuce and cabbages and things, and kale. They'll be going in sown next week, so I can probably plant stuff out the middle of April. Right folks, if you've stuck with me this far, I'll just give you a bit of info now. What I thought I'd do in the next few videos is give you a few other channels on YouTube, like veg growing channels and gardening channels that I watch, a bit of a plug, so you can get to know them if you've maybe not seen them before. So we'll start off in no particular order with Tony's channel, which is UK Here We Grow. He does the same thing as me, does loads of gardening videos, and he also does things like chicken videos, keeping chickens, hens, ducks, all sorts of things like that. So what I'll do, I'll put a little information icon up there. If you click that, you'll be able to click it and go straight to his channel and have a look at it, folks. Subscribe to him, watch him, and the more the merrier. So that's about it, folks. The snow still on the hills, even this late on. Quick little roundup for you. That's about it, folks. See you later.